Morning yogis, thank you for joining me on the mat this morning. Or it might not be your morning, but this is definitely going to be a practice you might like to do in the mornings to get you ready for the rest of your day. Now what better way to start than lying down? So you might just have to roll out of bed and onto the floor and then lie down onto your back. Bring your knees in toward your chest and just rock a little from side to side. And then finding a comfortable position. Inhale your head toward your knees. And as you exhale, squeeze in a little tighter. Then inhaling, head down and your arms out. Inhaling, head and shoulders lift. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale your arms out and stretch your legs. Inhaling. Exhale to squeeze it all out. Inhaling, open your arms and exhale, stretch your legs. One more time. Curling in, squeezing it out. Opening your arms, head down and stretch your legs. Good. Now keeping your hands out to the side. Keep the palm back because the hands pressing down, the palms facing up. Bring your knees into your chest. Keeping your knees together. And keeping your thighs close to your belly. And you just roll towards the right, but keep your left shoulder down. So we're not going to bring the knees very far. We're aiming them towards the elbow and then back through center. Inhaling and exhaling towards the left elbow. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhaling to move. Exhaling to pause. Inhaling to move. Can you keep your knees together? Exhaling to pause. Inhaling to move, a last time. Exhale to pause. You might notice you're coming a little deeper. Inhaling to move and exhaling to pause. Also really nice for your guts in the morning to just give them a bit of a squeeze and a soak. And come back to center. Inhaling, head and shoulders up. Exhale, squeeze it all out. And then bring your head and shoulders down, feet down, hands down along your side. Then bring your feet hip distance, so that they feel comfortable, like comfortable distance, not all the way close to your butt, about a hand distance away. And then from here, inhaling, lift the hips up toward the sky. And exhale, lift a little higher. Inhaling down, and exhale to release. We're gonna add on the arms. So inhaling, hips and hands up. Bring your hands to the floor behind you, and as you exhale, stretch back. Lift your hips a little higher. Inhaling the hands up. And exhaling, hands down, hips down. We're going to add on a little more. Inhaling, hips up, hands up. Exhale, stretch back. Lift your hips a little higher. Then inhaling, hips down, the hands up. And as you exhale, squeeze into a little ball, but without the help of your hands, so your fingers reach past your toes. And then inhaling, feet down, hips up, hands up. Exhaling, lift your hips higher, reach your hands further back. Inhaling, hands up, hips down. Exhaling, knee to nose, stretch your fingers forward. Last time, feet down, hands up, hips up. Exhale to reach, getting really long. And inhaling, hips down, hands up, and knees to chest, fingers forward, squeezing in. And then wrap your arms around your legs, maybe rock a little from side to side. Your head can rest on the floor. Now if it feels okay on your lower back, you might like to hold the back of your thighs and rock a little deeper. And if that doesn't feel good on your back, you're gonna roll over onto your side and come up to our chair pose. If it does feel good on your lower back to rock back and forth, you're gonna rock up to your chair pose. And let me adjust the mic. And then you're gonna rock back. And coming forward to your chair pose. If you've moved to the side and rolled up, you're gonna come to your chair pose, and you're gonna stand up and down. Otherwise, we're gonna do one more rock back. And we're all gonna meet in our chair pose. Good. So from here, belly to thigh, head to knee, straighten the legs and reach your hands up. And then bend the knees, sweep your fingers along the floor, chair pose. Hands to heart, lift the heels. Hands forward, heels down, belly to thigh, head to knee, straighten the legs, and reach your hands up. Inhaling, hands forward. Exhaling, hands to knee, or hands to heart, rather. And then you're going to stand up. What? Reaching up. And you're going to curl all the way down. Keep the heels lifted, head to knee. Chest forward, and heels down, head down. Looking forward, inhaling, chest lifts. And then stepping back to downward facing dog. And you might like to pedal out the feet. You might like to sway your hips from side to side. Just feel a little bit of life into your body. And then lifting the heels, soften the knees, and rolling forward, knees to the floor. Sit back onto the heels. Round your spine, roll your spine, shifting your weight forward, shoulders back, a little dip into your elbows, push up, and sit back onto the heels. And one more time, rolling forward, send the weight forward, shoulders back, dip your elbows, push up and back, sitting onto your heels. And lifting your knees, belly still on the thighs, slowly, slowly straightening your legs. Feel your arms stretch nice and long. Lifting your heels up and turning your heels to the right. That's a really big sway of the hips. And then lifting your heels and turn your heels to the left. And come back to center. Turn your heels to the right once more. So you're resting. Your toes are pointing to the left, your heels are pointing to the right. Bend the knees. And then you straighten the legs, turning your heels to the left, toes to the right, bend your knees. And then coming back to center, rolling forward, knees to the floor, point the toe, and then send your hips toward your hands, chest forward, upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog, toes tuck, knees lift. Lift the heels, soften the knees, squeeze your bum, right leg floats up. And step the foot between your hands. Good. From here, turning your left heel to the floor, but keep the right knee bent, squeeze your bum, and then rolling up and opening out, warrior two. Feeling nice and strong, ready to take on the day. And then you're going to spin onto the back foot, turn your hands down to the floor, and step back to your down dog. Anchor your feet, ground down, walk your hands back towards the feet. Curl your head in. And then as you roll up, bring your right knee to your chest. Hands up, and then left hand to your hip, and the right hand to your hip knee. Good. So you might be holding onto the knee. Lift the knee a little higher and your foot is trying to escape. Really standing nice and tall. Feel your left buttock squeezing. Maybe you hold your big toe. And you can still keep the knee bent even if you're holding the big toe. Or maybe stretch your leg out. Whether your leg is straight or bent, you're going to take the leg out to the side, but not the hip. So you're just taking the leg, turn your hips towards the left. Then you're going to bring the leg back to center. Now, whether your leg is bent or straight, you're going to bring your head to the knee. So you might be holding onto the knee. You're going to bring the head to your knee. Good. Not easy, especially in the morning. Then you're going to lift up, push your foot forward, stretch up. And then, like a pendulum, the leg swings up behind you. Fingers to the floor, standing split. And the feet together. Looking forward, walking forward. Downward facing dog. And then the second side. So lifting the heels, soften the knees, squeeze your bum, left leg up. Bring the knee to your nose and step the foot forward. Right heel to the floor. Keep the front knee, left knee bent. Squeeze your bum and peel open and out, warrior two. Grounding down to the feet, stretching out through the fingertips. And then we reverse it, lifting the back heel, hands down, and step to down dog. Anchoring into your feet, slowly walking your hands back, head to knee. Head forward, heart forward, curling in. Ground down through the feet, sink into the knee, squeeze your bum, rolling up, hands to the sky, left knee to chest. Left hand to hip, or left hand to knee, right hand to hip. Lift your knee a little higher, get really strong in your standing leg. And you either keep holding the knee, or you move to the big toe. Trying to lift the leg up a little higher, either the leg stays bent, or you try and straighten it. And pick a spot on the floor that's not going to move, while you slowly turn your leg out to the side. Remember, it's just the leg, not the hip. And then you bring your leg back to center. And you either keep the leg straight, bring your head towards the knee, or, I know it was harder for me to keep the leg with the leg bent, but bring the head towards your knee. And just try. Doesn't matter if you fall. If you fall, you just get back into it. Ooh, whoa! And then you stand up, push your foot forward, reach your hand towards the sky, and like a pendulum, swing your leg out behind you, fingers to the floor, head to knee, and step to your feet together. Chest forward, look forward, walking your hands out in front, downward facing dog. And from down dog, lifting the heels, bending the knees, we're going to move forward to our high plank. Bring your knees to the floor, point the toes, squeeze your bum, sending the hips towards your hands. The chest lifts and broadens. Maybe keep your knees on the floor or lift the knees for a full upward facing dog. And then knees to the mat, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And from here, find your way into a high kneeling position. So sitting down onto your butt, and if it doesn't feel good to sit like this, sitting onto your heels, you can always sit with your legs crossed. And if you are sitting on your heels, hug your ankle bones together and circling your hands all the way out. Bring your hands down to the right. And then circle your right hand all the way up. Big circle, wrap your hand behind your lower back. And maybe you look out past your right shoulder if that feels okay in your neck. Bring your gaze back to center. Circle your hands up. And bring the hands down to the left. And a big circle with your left hand all the way up. And back. Wrapping your hand behind your lower back or your hip. And gazing out past the left shoulder. And turn your gaze back to center. Bring your hands all the way up. And then bring your fingers to the floor behind you. Keep hugging your ankle bones together. Stay up on the fingertips, elbows bent. And then squeeze your bum. Lift your hips up high. And down. And one more. Inhaling, squeeze your bum, lifting your hips. Open it across the chest. And down. And maybe bring your fingers in a little closer. Last time, squeeze your hips, lift up. Or squeeze your bum, lift your hips. And down. And then from here, rolling over and sitting into a cross-legged position. Take your hands up toward the sky. Left hand down, right hand stays up. Lean and yawn, the side body open. And shifting your weight forward. Right hand down, left hand up. And lift. Lean back, uncross your legs. Stretch your legs forward, reach your hands up. And then change to the cross of your legs. circle your hands up. And this time right hand down, left hand up and over. Roll down and forward. Left hand down, right hand out past your ear. Sitting up. And then circling your hands all the way up. Bring your fingers to the floor. And keep your hands a little bit shoulder distance. Walk forward. Feet stay a little flexed. Stretching into the back body. And walking up. Lean back and cross your legs. Reach up. And last cross. Walk yourself forward. And you can stay up high if that's your practice, or if it feels good to come low, you come low, but remember it's your practice. And then walking your hands back. Staying seated, circling the hands up. And then bring the hands together, close your eyes, bring your thumbs down towards your heart. And checking in with how you're feeling. And noticing what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And what feeling will you bring with you into the rest of your day? What has your time on the mat given you? What have you cultivated? Perhaps some peace and calm, perhaps a little bit of energy. But whatever it is, it's yours, and it's yours for the rest of your day. You take it with you off the mat and into the world. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.